I think you're amazing.
You are too, Henry.
Thank you so much. Well, Perry, you are awesome.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, and I appreciate you what you're doing too, buddy.
Well, thank you. Because if you allow the world to define you, if you allow friends to define you, if you allow your spouse to define you, or anybody to define you outside of how God sees you, that does open the door to rejection. God bless you. I hope y'all have an amazing day.
Thank you, Brother Henry.
Thank
God
you.
bless you too. Thank you for having us.
Welcome to the Brother Henry and You Show. I am your host, Henry Harris. Can you believe that today is the last day of 2023? It's hard to believe how fast. It seemed like it was just January of 2023. Now we're getting ready to go on the other side of 2024. And I want to just take this opportunity to extend my gratitude to all of you who have watched our show, hit the like button, shared, subscribe. The show has really grown a whole lot tremendously this year. And I really believe that 2024 is just going to be greater, not just for me, but also for you as well. So I want to wish you a happy new year as we come into 2024. I was sitting here and I was thinking about what is something that I could share with you before we go to the other side, referring to the new year. What is something I could share with you that would motivate you, that would encourage you? We all look for a message. What's the message for the new year? And I've been thinking about this for the past several days. And what came to my mind was the word change. The word change. Now, that word may trigger some people because change can be either a good thing or it can be a bad thing. But we're also dealing in an area in this message too where some people don't want to make a change, even though they want to, but they are afraid of making that change. They are fearful in making that change. So this is more of a message for me than it is just for you, because I feel like I'm preaching to myself first before I preach to the choir. So today I just want to talk about the power of change, because change not only has power, change has substance, change has significance, and change within itself is powerful only when you activate it. And we don't activate change by sitting back procrastinating, saying, well, I wish I could change this, or I wish I could change that about the new year. It's almost January 1st, so I wish I could change this, because before you know it, it will be December 2024 as we get ready to go into 2025, and you will be having those same New Year resolutions that you had right now, December 2023. You will fool around and wait a whole year procrastinating, wanting to make change, but you never do it. You never progress. And my encouragement to you as we go into 2024 is that if you spent all these years procrastinating and saying, I want to make a change, I want to do better, I want to do this, I want to do that, but you've never done it, hopefully this message today will somehow empower you or give you the strength to make that change. Our friend Bishop Carlton Pearson says, you have to make the change, manage the change, and ultimately master the change. Isn't that a beautiful quote from him? You make the change. What is it? And I'm asking you this question now. What is it in your life right now that you would like to change? What is it that you keep putting off? And I understand sometimes that could be scary, because change, in a sense, can also be comfortable. And what I mean, change can also be uncomfortable, because when you're comfortable with a certain setting, well, that's your job, a marriage, or relationship, maybe a car that you've had for years, you know you need to get another car, make a change in that, or whatever the case may be. sometimes we're comfortable in that setting that we are afraid or and just don't want to go and make that change. So you have to first of all create and make the change. Well, how do I do that? Well, you do that by asking yourself, is it working for you? Is it working for you? And as I just said, we can look at our jobs, our careers, the relationships we were in or different aspects of life. And you keep telling yourself, I need to make a change. Deep down in your heart, you know you need to make a change, but you're afraid. You don't want to make a change. You're worried about what people are going to think, what they're going to say about me, how they're going to feel about me. It's almost 2024, people. We can't be preoccupied about what other people are doing or their progression. It's time for you to progress. It's time for you to grow. It's time for you to make a change. Instead of sitting back complaining about the change you would like to make, maybe as we go into 2024, you need to make that change. You are the only one that has the power to make the change. Can I say it again? You are the only one that has the power to make the change. It's right there in your hands. Only you can make the change. You have to do that. I can't do it for you. I know what it's like to procrastinate. I know what it's like to sit back and say, man, I wish I could change this and I don't like my job or I wonder if I should do this. But you know what? It's also rewarding and courageous, may I add, of you to finally step out of that fear, because that's what it was for me. It was fear. I didn't want to make a change, but I had to make a change. And as I made that change, I started looking at other areas. What are other areas in my life that I want to change? What about the people I'm connected to? Do I need to change that? What about where I live? Do I need to move this year? I just recently went through all this. This stuff was all in my head as I was going to 2024, or as I was reflecting about 2024. The job that I have, do I feel called somewhere else or should I stay there another year? There are multiple ways you can sit back and reflect about the changes that need to be made in your life. Now, I'm not saying change everything that's going on in your life. I'm only saying those things in your life that you think that needs changing. I'm here to encourage you, not to put you down. I'm here to encourage you. Go ahead and make that change because it may be rewarding for you. So you make the change, you create the change, and you be consistent. Don't just say it with your words, or I'm going to make a change, and you never do it. Because, like I said, you will go year after year, week after week, month after month, and no change has been made. Because I know that for a fact that it's easy to say, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to do better. Like I said, this can even be in regards to eating. I want to get smaller. I want to lose weight. And then we create these what we call New Year resolutions that only last for the first 24 hours of the new day of the year. And then January the 2nd, you're back to your old habits. You're back to your old ways. You're back to procrastinating again. Because it's easy. We all get excited around this time of the year. What can we do different? What changes can I make in my life that not only benefits me, but also benefits others? So I had to make the change. And not only that, I had to manage the change. And also I had to ultimately master that change. You know what? You become a professional at it. You're no longer sitting back watching what other people do or what other people are accomplishing. Because let me tell you something. While you're sitting back, people are going forward in life. People are moving on in life. And that's important. Don't sit back in jealousy. Even if you're watching, I wish y'all, please don't try to be like me. Be yourself. You can do even greater. I believe in you. But you have to make the change. You have the power, you have the tools, you have the resources to make the change. And it all starts with what you speak out of your mouth. Well, I can't do it. I don't think I can accomplish that. I would if I had this. I would if I had. You're speaking word curses. And that's why things are not working for you. Look at the pattern of your life. like I said, if you're going year after year after year, I'm going to make a change, and you never do it. It's like being on a endless roller coaster ride where you never get off of it. You just going in a circle. Woo! You're just going. You're never getting off of it. It's time to get off that roller coaster ride. It's time to establish yourself. It's time to be consistent. It's time to really lay down a law as it relates to in your life and say, you know what? This is what's not working in my life, and this is what I want to see change in my life. Don't worry about if people are not going to like it. Don't worry about if people are not going to agree with it. You have the power. You control that. You have the keys that will unlock your destiny. Thank you so much for watching the show today. Remember, you have the power to make the change. You make the change. You manage the change. And you ultimately master that change. Happy New Year from the Brother Henry and You Show, and I myself, Brother Henry Harris Jr. I so appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I think you are an amazing human being, and we're looking forward to 2024, bringing you more positive, uplifting, inspirational content your way. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, www.henryharris100, or the Brother Henry and You Show on YouTube. You'll see it there. Hit the subscribe button. Connect with us on Soul TV /Facebook, or the Brother Henry and You Show /Facebook.com. I'll see you on the other side. Well, Perry, you are awesome.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, and I appreciate you what you're doing too, buddy.
Well, thank you. Because if you allow the world to define you, if you allow friends to define you, if you allow your spouse to define you, or anybody to define you outside of how God sees you, that does open the door to rejection. God bless you. And I hope y'all have an amazing day.
Thank you, Brother Henry.
Thank you.
God bless you too. Thank you for having us.